Hello people, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a very different kind of episode, and this is going to be different and special in a way that it's gonna be goofy, okay, but it's a requested video. So time is almost 11 a.m. and you can see I'm doing kind of like a red theme, and from the title you can see it's going to be one of those videos that I used to do back in the time. I did fragrances like devil would wear, or something to wear on funerals and stuff. So those are dark fragrances, basically just for change up in the pace from usual, office, gym, clubbing scents. So these are kind of different. So the list 10 fragrance list is about something a vampire would wear, okay. And this was requested by one of the sweetest persons I know from our community, and I also refer to her like she is a very good singer. So should I tell her name? I don't know, she didn't tell me, but her name is Fatema. So she is a fragrance enthusiast. She's a very good singer. She plays many instruments, and she's very funny, and she's very unique kind of a person. So we talk about music, fragrances, and we chat a lot. And she basically, once there was a time this, I have big thanks to say to her. I was going through some bad phase, in life, and I saw her I'm just going to go a little bit details because this video is for her. So I saw her posting a story of a song, and then she did like a partial of the song. Then I requested her, could you cover the whole song? And she actually did. She's like, I was sitting with the guitar and everything. She recorded and sent me the song, okay, in inbox, and followed by that few more songs. So maybe, like that time, I started feeling better, and I started listening to songs, and I felt like music always heals. And then, I even sometimes, request her to sing this song, that song. So she never says no. And one of the sweetest and kindest persons. Okay, so thank you so much for your generosity. And so she requested me, Bhaiya, could you, Bhaiya means brother. She said, could you do this list that I really, really like? It's like gothic. And then she sent me 2 links. And one of the links was from Simin Sheikh. Okay, so she is one of my favorite perfume reviewers on YouTube. This lady, I don't know, she lives in Dubai or from Pakistan, and she does Middle Eastern perfumes mostly, and she did this Middle Eastern vampiric perfumes, right? So I'm not going to do Middle Eastern, I'm going to do in general 10 from my collection, tried my best. And this fragrance is basically water vampires, okay? So hopefully she will enjoy that, and the rest of you will as well. So vampire, basically, do they exist? Yeah, they do. I mean, like, it's so obvious. They're around, the good-looking people, in the bar, mysterious people. No, they exist in the films, TV series. I used to watch Vampire Diaries and stuff, a lot. And then Elena, right, the character, and then the 2 boyfriends she had, and also interviewed the vampire. Many vampire films I watched, Blade. So I do have soft corner for this kind of theme. They're awesome. Vampires, are the good guys? No, they are bad guys, okay? So in general, when they show Bella, like that vampire, and then a werewolf, that's one of the crap movies I ever watched. I don't like those, but True Blood was great, okay? So vampires, basically, they live for 1,000 years, and they do not live by the daytime. In general, they live mostly in the coffins, and at nighttime they come out, smooth talk, get you trapped, and then they survive on the humans juice, right? So what would they wear? So they have to wear something mysterious, something it's a little bit funky, as well as something vintage. They're not wearing freshies, okay? So on the 4th minute, let's start this first fragrance I'm going to show you. Is called Decibel, okay? One of the diabolical fragrances. I got this long time back as a gift, and I hardly wore it. It's like for 7 years or so I wore this much only. So it tells a story. This fragrance is weird, okay? It's one of the weirdest fragrances I have. It has licorice or something. Opening is very harsh. I don't even remember I just see it. It's like a lot of this candy sort of feel. I have another one similar to this, licorice, but that's better built. But this one smells like Halloween, okay? Nighttime, it's scary, spooky, kind of candy. And the dry down goes a little bit like, you can say CK1 red for him. The dry down on this is kind of similar. But in the opening, it smells like very much of a horror film or something like it. But I would imagine, like, not Dracula, like the modern day vampires could wear this. When you smell this, run away, okay? Yeah, I told you it's not a goofy video. Decibel is one of the weird fragrances that I have in the shape of a mic. Next one, I call this the one of the oldest vintage smelling fragrances. This is called Azzaro Decibel. Okay, the not the vintage version. This is the more modern take. The vintage version I have also. That one is more scary than this. Okay, this one is more of a orange citrus opening with the Barbershop cinnamon spices. So when I smell this, exactly not exactly the modern day smell. This one feels like the older version, especially a lot of spices, and think of like 50, not 50, like 500-year old or 200 years old hotel rooms, you know, when they have, you know, scary things happening. Yeah, this one is a bit old. So I would say a good vampire with a good taste in fragrances, he would rock this. Okay, I'm having a laughter because these are kind of videos I did once. I remember a video that 10 fragrances to wear climbing a tree. People were really like, you know, like after me, you know, and they were just mocking me. So I just made a video even to make fun of myself. Anyway, so this thing I think is a vintage, so vampire would wear this if it's a well-read vampire. Okay, Azzaro Decibel. Next one is a better version of the first one, the Decibel, right? This is called Lolita Lempicka or Masculin. This fragrance is gone. Okay, this whole line, the dark bottle, some of the other ones green, I reviewed 3 or 4. These back in the days, they used to come like the very first bottle was like unique shape, like not uniform shape. The cap wasn't there, so the whole bottle was like uniform, and then it was built in atomizer. Then the second batch was this. So this thing is one of the longest lasting. Candy, the licorice smell, and maybe there's iris or something in there. It's a weird combination. It's clean, sweet, at the same time there's something dark about it. Okay, reminds me of Halloween for sure. So Hershey's Kisses or something like that, or you know, you knock and you collect candies and stuff, you know, children dressed like witches and all. So this is the fragrance I would think. Maybe it's sweet. The women's one is much more sweeter, but there is maybe a licorice and oak or something like that, you know, like there is something in there which makes it a little bit masculine. So I would say, yeah, this is a spooky fragrance. I do not reach for this in summer. So Lolita Lempicka or Masculin. Okay, so then next comes like a serious dark fragrance. This perfume is an artistic perfume, and I do not know where to wear this. I hardly wore it in my whole journey. Okay, this is called Encre Noire. Okay, recently I did Encre Noire, the indigo version. I was gonna put it, but that one is too gentlemanly to be a vampire fragrance. This right here, Inky Vetiver, you know, man, this fragrance is dark. It's woody. Oh man, this fragrance is different. It's got cypress and stuff. So it's a green dark fragrance. Imagine vampires soaring through in the forest. You know, they don't walk, they fly, right? So speed of light or something like that, right? This fragrance feels like one of those very old vampires they lived through, you know. Was the Alexander, there's this movie I watched that, you know, Abraham Lincoln, the vampire hunter or something like that. Awesome film, man. I watched in cinema, and then at first I was like, what is this cringe? The president and then vampire, what's the link? Obviously it's all films, but in the end the action was superb. The storytelling and the actors were great, and I really like the action sequences. This reminds me of that Abraham Lincoln, the vampire hunter or something, right? Encre Noire, dark fragrance, definitely check it out. It's a fragrance that, you know, it's a more than a fragrance. It's a kind of like a book. Next one is a fun one. Okay, imagine a vampire, you know, like a Stefan from Vampire Diaries, hanging out in the bar. Okay, and then he comes out in the evening, you know, sometimes outside the bar, sometimes they have the lights, you know, or not red light, you know, or barbershop they have this red, blue and white light moves. So imagine like an alley behind the clubbing scenario, and then you can hear the distance music, like you know, clubbing sounds coming, but at the back alley. So people go there to take a, you know, leak or something, but you know, at the back people sometimes come out and smoke and all. So there, from certain, like the moonlight or a little bit of light, you can see partially his face, and sometimes you cannot see, it's just dark, it's in the smoke. Okay, this is the fragrance I can think of, you know, like this is Azzaro Decibel, for Elixir, I think. Yeah, this is the red bottle. I picked it up for the red theme basically. Okay, and yeah, it doesn't smell like blood or anything. There are fragrances that smell like it, I cannot wear it, but this is very wearable, sweet, fruity, you know, and very different kind of a, almost you can say sweet, fruity, spicy, little bit masculine, like denim. Okay, the aftershave, at the same time it gives you feel of a bit of hot water, Givenchy's Xerius Rouge, but in a different way, like in a spirit way. Okay, so if a vampire is having a drink, this is what's gonna drink. Okay, a cocktail, you know. So Azzaro, Porom. This is now discontinued, by the way. This is Elixir. Okay, so now top 5. Let's go a little bit serious in number 5. Number 5 is this, similar to Encre Noire, but more of a devil. If the Dracula or the vampire is actually vicious, you know, like very ferocious. Okay, he's gonna wear this. This is Gucci Intense Oud, because there's another one called Gucci Gitti Absolute. I always mess it up with this. This one is similar to Black Afghano. Black Afghano I did not buy, it's a small bottle. This one I have. Look at the bottle. Maybe this one is the horseshoe kind of a representation of this cap. And I can see, like, let's say Sleepy Hollow, right? The dude was not vampire, but he was a monster, right? So if you are scared, you know, like vampires, like proper Dracula, he's gonna wear this at night and haunt you in your dreams. Okay, so this one is smoky, dark, you know, also again woody, and there's this drug note in there. I don't remember, but this one, it's like, some people say it smells like the bricks. Okay, so it's not for everybody. Oud is not for everybody, but the smoky woody fragrance, but very well done. I really like this, and the bottle is just gorgeous. Gucci Intense Oud, number 5. Number 4, one of the best fragrance I can think of, devil and vampire both can rock, is this one. This is called Black Fume by Ahmed Al Maghribi. My recent like last few months I got this, and this is one of my top Middle Eastern fragrances like ever, period. If you know Orto Parisi Teroni, okay, that has a lava note, something spicy, and it smells like something is burning. This one captures it with raspberry or something on top, but the fruit in this makes the smoke not overtake the sweetness. There's a fine balance, but on the dry down, definitely you smell the lava kind of smoke. Imagine you are standing on top of a alive lava, whatever you call that, right? You know, and you see it's anytime it can, you know, like take off, and then you'll be history. You know, so this fragrance reminds me of that. Imagine like a vampire just standing on the top of the mountain and wondering things and looking at the lava. It doesn't touch him, right? So Black Fume, definitely highly recommended by me. Very underrated dark scent. Talking about dark scent, this one is also dark. This is Black Orchid. This is a classy vampire. I would think if it's a female vampire, mostly we think of male, right? Female vampire would be wearing this, and let's say Liz Hurley, you know, Elizabeth Hurley, my favorite actress, one of the most attractive women ever, and the way she speaks, you know, I watched Bedazzled, I was blown away. If she was not the devil, instead she was the vampire, she'll be wearing this, and she'll be wearing all black, like a Catwoman, or you know, like what do you call that, Batman's character, right? Catwoman, right? Yeah, in black suit. Okay, what's the other girl's name? The Princess Diaries, I forget her name all the time. Or the Devil's Wear Prada, that girl's very beautiful too, but she doesn't look like a Catwoman, like with her suit and all. But Liz Hurley, if she was a vampire, she'll be wearing this dark, chocolatey, truffles, you know, and woody. What is a cocoa maybe? I don't even remember. Maybe there was the other notes. I don't remember. Basically, it's just I wear this, and it's just super creamy, dark scent, which is mysterious and lasts forever. Black Orchid. Number 2, a smoky vampire here. You know, like this guy. It's you can say, okay, this one has a dhoop smell. Dhoop means incense, like a smoke that they burn outside the temples of Indian temples. Okay, but this one is a barbershop. Lot of spices. Okay, one of the unique, one of a kind, expensive fragrance. This is called Burning Barbershop by DS and Durga. Okay, which vampire would wear this? Maybe an Indian vampire. Okay, I'm not trying to mock the vampire, but imagine like you also want to be spooked, right? In our area, imagine like you know, your window is open, and then you're like old 90s horror films. I used to watch them a lot, like Purana Mandir, Purani Haveli, something, you know, this old goofy movies. So they used to sometimes show monsters. You know, I still like them because these are my part of growing up. There was a movie called Raat, 100 Days. You know, we used to get very scared back in the days. Okay, the horror film, Z Horror Show and all. This one scares me a bit. Okay, this one reminds me of those days. And this fragrance, it's like literally like a smell. It will come from not a monster, but you'll actually not feel like, hey, very friendly, let me give you a hug. No, you'll run away when you smell this. Okay, but it's a very beautiful fragrance though. Okay, so lavender definitely is there, cloves there. So Burning Barbershop, very well done fragrance. Even if you just get a chance, give it a try. Maybe there's a honey as well. Burning Barbershop by DS and Durga. I'll finish with number 1 today, just for Okay, hold on. Yeah, sorry, the laptop was showing something. Okay, I got this just yesterday and I was wearing this. This is a take on, I think, cherry smoke or one of the fragrances. No, this is a take on, oh man, Angel Share Paradise. Okay, so recent times I got a couple of dupes of that, and Paradise supposedly a more boozy oak version of the original Angel Share. So this is from Rayhaan. Okay, I'm just showing this. Number one doesn't mean that this beats the rest of them, just showing because it's new and the color matched perfectly vampire. This is how I'm going to end it. This is called Valhalla. Okay, I think that's the name. And this is says Legion. It's a collab with someone, you know, like when I review it I'll talk about it. I have to do more studies. The bottle is okay, but the coloration is amazing. Unfortunately, my bottle, the magnetic cap, the magnet they forgot to put or it fell off. I don't care, I don't know, but the rest of it is good. It smells so nice. This is the most flirty fragrance in this whole list. You know, the rest of them, they're all like scary, right? Let's spray some here. Good sprayer. Okay, this smells like oak booze. It's a lot of booze in there, maybe raspberry or cherry. It's a it's a cocktail. It's again a cocktail, you know, just like that. You see the red bottle, the Elixir, they are the similar almost theme, but this smells like a modern day vampire. Okay, so let's say your Gen Z vampires. Okay, no, but this fragrance is tasty. Even if he approaches, you'll be, you know, finding alluring, sexy, dark, lush. Okay, what else can I think of? Seductive. Okay, this is the fragrance. Okay, amazing, amazing. I need to get a backup bottle of this. And this fragrance lasts very decent time, even though it's good for nighttime, and cooler setup would be better. But I absolutely love this. A little bit smoky, boozy, that oak, and then the raspberry or the cherry, one of these. Okay, so this one is delicious. If you really want to be turn into a vampire, date this guy. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you liked it. You know, and Fatema, hopefully you liked it. Thing is, hopefully, and one of the requests, I actually asked her to start her own channel because she loves fragrances. She wants to be a future perfumer, and I really respect that. You know, sometimes when people have passion, you know, I really do not like people without passion. Some people are just like no passion, nothing. This person, she has a lot of passion and very creative person, so I respect that. So everybody have a nice day, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up possible, and have a nice day. See you soon. Take care.